decided for this new application that I'm going to do wraps, and I'm going to use our Jamberry lacquer underneath our TruShine system. Last time I did TruShine on 2 of my fingers on each hand, these 2 fingers here, and then I did regular wraps and I put TruShine over the other 3 fingers. It lasted for 18 days and it was absolutely fabulous. So I'm going to show you the steps that I go through to put my wraps on, and I will be letting you know online how it goes. So what I've done is I've picked this wrap, which is Happily Ever After. It's one of our sparkle wraps, and you can see that it has a metallic backing to it. I've always had a tiny bit of trouble with these ones. They're a little bit thicker, and for me, I have a little bit more time with my super curvy half moon nails to get them to stay down. So I'm really excited to have the TruShine over the top. I think it's really going to make a difference. The other lacquer I've picked is this one called Iris. You can see that it's going to match very nicely with the dark purple chevron in this stripe. And I'm going to do this on 2 of my fingers, just like I did last time, and then I'm going to put the TruShine on top of this. So the first thing I'm going to do is, of course, wash my hands. And then I always use a Jamberry Strengthening Base Coat underneath every application that I do, simply because of my super horrible, awful, flimsy nails that I have. If I don't do this, I'm afraid that everything's gonna fall off. Honestly, this has been the best thing for my nails, because I've never been able to get this kind of length out of anything. They just rip and peel and tear no matter what I did before I found Jamberry about a year ago. So I'm gonna go wash my hands with some dish soap to get all the oils off of my hands, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna paint this on, and then I will videotape the next step. All right, I've washed my hands with some dish soap, and the other thing that is really important with our Jamberry applications is to make sure that you get all of the cuticle, including any invisible cuticle, off of your nail bed. I have these metal cuticle spoons that I got from Amazon for about $5. I found these have really helped me. You can use our rubber cuticle pushers or an orange stick to do it as well. And we do also have a fantastic cuticle remover that I love, especially when I do Jamberries on my girls. What you'll be surprised is that on the side portion of your nail here, there's quite a lot of cuticle, even though you don't see it. And so I found that these metal spoon pushers have really helped me to get any of that last little bit of cuticle off of the nail bed. So after I prep my nails, I'm going to just give them a quick swab with our nail prep cleanser, and then I'm going to put our strengthening base coat on. All right, first coat is done. I've got my strengthening base coat on. This doesn't take very long to dry, maybe just a couple minutes. It's a really fast dry base coat polish. And then I'm going to do my Jamberry lacquer, and I'll get to my wraps. For those of you who have never tried our Jamberry lacquer before, it really is quite a bit superior to any of the other lacquers that you can find on the market. I used to get acrylic nails all the time, and I will say that I think Jamberry lacquer is even better than the high quality OPI polish that you will find in the salon. The reason is because it is truly a one coat polish. Even with this super dark purple plum color, you'll see right now, I'm gonna go ahead and just do one of my fingers for you on the video, why this is a one coat polish. It is simply amazing. So I'm not very good at polishing my nails on my right hand, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do one finger on my left hand and just show you a little bit about our Jamberry polish. So hopefully you can see this. I'll show it to you up close on the screen here in just a minute. But you can see how thick it is. It's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain why it's just better, but this is just one coat of this iris color. It is super, super dark. And I'm always just amazed. Every single Jamberry polish is like this. It just, it goes on thick and smooth, and one coat and you're done. And I think that that's the part I like about it the most, is if I'm gonna go ahead and polish a finger, I want it to look like that after one coat. One coat, folks. Excuse the horrible hangnail. I'm gonna go ahead and coat this finger, and then I'm gonna do the same 2 fingers on the other hand. Then I'm gonna put my wraps on my other 3 fingers, and we'll get to the gel. All right, my polish is dry, and so I'm ready to start doing the wraps on my other 3 fingers. I've picked this chevron pattern, and I know which ones work for particular fingers. The one thing I wanted to highlight here is that my thumbs are pretty flat in comparison to the curve that you see here. The curve doesn't really work for me, so what I do is I actually will cut off the bottom portion of the curve here to make it fit my thumbnail wraps a little bit, or my thumbs a little bit better. This is something you can do with any of your fingers. So if you just have like this giant wrap left, you can cut this down to fit any finger that you want to make accent nails and that sort of thing. So these are really just like stickers. As long as you leave them on the plastic backing while you're cutting them to shape, you are good to go. The main thing with putting on your wraps, as you'll see in the new application video, is just making sure that your nails are clean and free of any oil. And that's where this nail cleanser comes in. I use this cotton pad and I will wipe down all of my nails one last time before I put the wraps on them. More in just a second. All right, so I have put the Jamberry lacquer and my wraps on my fingers. One of the instructions for the TruShine system is to lightly buff the surface of the lacquer or the wraps before you put the gel on. I didn't do that last time and it didn't seem to make a difference, but this time I decided I would follow the rules and I did do just a really light buff over the top of the wraps and over the top of the lacquer. So now I'm going to use our TruShine base coat, which is this one here. And the directions for the TruShine are to paint the 4 fingers, and then paint 4 fingers, and then paint your thumbs. So I'm going to do the base coat and the top coat, and I'll show you how to do it. So this is our lamp, our LED lamp here. And the main thing when you're painting with the gel is that you don't want to touch your skin at all, your cuticle. Because if you do, it kind of creates this funny little ridge that can kind of get worked up underneath, and then you could get like a hair or something and it could kind of pop it off. So it's just like our wraps. Our wraps, you want to try to keep them from touching your skin on either side or at the end. You want to try to make sure that when you're painting the gel, you're doing a really careful job. Now, as I'm painting my left hand, I do a much better job on my left hand than obviously I do on my right hand. So I'm making it look easy, but you will get the hang of painting your opposite hand just like the other one. So one of the things that I forgot to do with my first set that you'll notice I'm doing here with my second set is I am doing a little bit of cap polish on the end of my nails. Again, this kind of gives the tips a little bit more strength and stability, and also helps to prevent any kind of like an edge or a ridge to lift. So I've got that all done and I'm capping the ends there. When you cap the ends, you're just kind of taking the side of the brush, if you will, and just kind of running it on the edge of your nail. I'm hoping you can see that okay, but that's what it takes to cap it. You always want to keep the lids on your polish because of course it's light cured and we all have LED lights in our house. So then you're just putting it in there. Now this is our LED light. It works for 45 seconds and it just turns off automatically, so you don't have to do anything. It doesn't really feel like anything. I guess you might get a slightly warm sensation in the LED light, but other than that, it's just a light and you're sticking your fingers in there. One other thing I forgot to mention too, you do want to do your nail prep prior to putting the gel on, which I did. I used just our nail prep cleanser with cotton wipe, but your TruShine kit comes with the nail prep wipes right here in the package, so you don't need to buy anything extra to try out our TruShine. Just get the kit and moving on. So now that I've got those 4 done, now I'm going to do the TruShine top coat, and it's the same procedure here. Our top coat is really, really thick, so it's really important to just get it on, again, just over the top of the nail, not on the skin at all, and doing the capping as well. I had quite a lot on the brush right there, so I'm not going to do the cap yet on this one because I want to wait for my brush to be a little bit less full of gel before I cap it off, because I don't want a ton on the edge and it'll really bunch up and look funny. But the thing I like about doing the gel over the wraps, and again, you don't need to do this, I did it this last time, and like I said, it lasted 18 days. I was really impressed. I think what, for me, my nails are flimsy enough that the gel over the top of the wraps just gives it that extra stability. When I was typing this week, it was like I was wearing my acrylics again, and I really prefer that thickness to my nail. Putting the lid back on here. I really prefer that thickness to my nail because even just now, just with the wraps and the polish, you can see they're still really bendy. I don't know if you can see that there, but that's my thumbnail bending. Once I put the gel on, it's quite a bit thicker and it just doesn't bend like that. So I'm just waiting for the light to click off here, and as soon as it does, I will wipe it off one more time with my alcohol. It has kind of this funny sticky residue on it when you finish with the gel. I don't exactly know why, but once you are done, you have to give it one more swipe with a cotton pad, and that just takes off apparently this sticky residue that's still on the top. And again, I don't know all the chemical stuff that goes along with gel polish, but those ones are all done. They are polished and ready to go. Because I use the gel polish, I can go immediately use the cuticle oil and moisturizer to make sure I'm taking care of my dry skin, which I'm horrible at. So I will be doing that in just a moment after I do my thumbs. So I've got TruShine applied to all of my fingers now, both on the lacquered fingers and on the wrapped fingers. And what I wanted to show you is just how much stronger, so this is that same thumbnail that I was bending before, how much stronger the TruShine makes it. I can't even bend it. Like, it is, they are so much thicker and strong now with the TruShine. And I think that that's part of the reason why I am just in love with being able to put it over the top. Again, I think that for most people, the wraps are just wonderful and they will probably work just fine. But if you are like me with super flimsy nails, and if you've ever had acrylics or gels before and you really like the thickness of having gels or acrylics, then I am a true believer that this TruShine kit will really make a difference for you. And since they stay on for, in my case, 18 days, I think you can definitely guarantee 14 days out of it for sure, no matter what you do. And for less than, $5 a manicure, I think the $10 a month that it takes for me to have nails that look like this every single day is definitely worth it. So I hope you've enjoyed my video. If you have any questions about TruShine, just let me know. Again, I would love to host a party for you so that you can get your TruShine for half off. Because even with just a small party of $150 in sales, you get a half off code, and that makes your TruShine kit just $60, which is well worth it considering what you get. So I hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching my video.